What's going on, guys? Savage Army Gaming here. I'm coming in with another video, guys. I know I told you guys I was going to be back onto the PC to kind of explain my picks for winning currently to maybe level you up and maybe get you ready for the next season. I will be going over another video with you guys a little bit later for what to pick for the next patch, guys, and at least for my own personal opinion. But let's kind of go over, just right down into it and see what I would pick personally, especially this is for the PC edition. Okay, so let's start with DPS. So DPS, in my personal opinion, guys, we're going to go for a couple guys. Tracer. Tracer is one of my favorites for PC. Now, I'm not a big fan on it when it comes to console, but I will say one thing for PC, she is fantastic. I mean, console, she's good too, but PC, I feel like she's a hell of a lot fucking better, for sure. Not only because of her moveset right there, but her mobility is fucking crazy. Off the charts, boys. It is just too nice. I love it. I love it so much. I think it just really outshines most things right there just because of this, really. Mainly because of her blink. Her blink, you just go all over the place, and with PC, you're so accurate. You just hit people when they don't even realize that you're there. You killed someone, they didn't even realize what freaking killed them. It's freaking amazing. I love it. Next we're going to have is Reaper for DPS. Excuse me, sorry about that. I love Reaper. I think he's good for console too. So, I mean, you guys already know his ultimate is probably one of the most beautiful ults, especially for crowd control, guys. I think it is great, and I've always loved it. So, I mean, it's kind of what it looks like for anyone who doesn't already know. And I just think it's just a fantastic way into crowd control. Tracer does have an explosive bomb too, but I think that his ult's a little bit better, but her mobility is 100 times better, even though he does have a teleport to get past. She just has a constant blink that just makes people just wonder where the fuck just happened. I do like Pharah. She's strong. I think she's good for right now. She's alright. I see some people play it right there. Genji for this patch, and I always say it's for this patch. Genji is super strong. You will definitely carry for sure if you became good. But if you're not good already with him, and if you're just like, I don't really even want to play with him right now. I mean, honestly, it's just not really even worth it right now because he's about to get nerfed so hard. I'm not saying those Genji mains just stop playing because Genji's always going to be nice, but he is getting nerfed pretty hard on not only by his mobility, his ultimate's getting cut by 2 seconds also, and just like his leap jumps. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that they're just fucked. So they're really giving him the fucking finger, dude. Like, I really feel bad for that, but we're talking about this patch and not PTR. So I'd say Genji right now, very strong. One of the best DPS to have for right now until next patch. And maybe he'll still be strong. But with all those nerfs that I was seeing, he's definitely going to get a lot less play, for sure. And then kind of that's really about it right there. I mean, Soldier's great too. I mean, if you like a Call of Duty style right there, I think he's good. He does have a couple of things where I feel like he needs to work on right there. He does have him the heal and mobility. But I would say, personally, in my own personal opinions, your best guesses for DPS are going to be Tracer, Reaper, and Genji. Those are going to be my best right there. So now we're going to switch over to the next category, which is defense, baby. Defense. Now, and just so you guys know, everything is situational, just so you know. Now, always go over Bastion, because Bastion's definitely a situational person. I like him more on defense than offense right there, but you can have him on offense if you can catch people off guard. Honestly, skill-based wise, though, really not super hard to do. I'd say it is good to have for defense right there, but that's not really my best pick right there that I'd say. Junkrat, he's good too. I like him too. I actually like him less on PC than I did on console. I don't know, personal opinion. I actually like him more on console than I do on PC. But I mean, I maybe just because I feel like they're stronger picks. I guess that's just my opinion though, so you really don't have to listen to me there. Hans is good, and next patch is going to be a hell of a lot better. I say that he's going to be a main pick for sure, but for right now he's kind of meh. I mean, he's still great, and you can get some serious freaking ults and whatnot, but I mean, it's still pretty good, and I like him a lot. So that's definitely something that you might want to think about there for sure, especially for next patch. You might want to start looking at him right now. He's meh. He's okay. He's good, but not great. But next patch, he will be great. So, and then switching over to, oh, and you know what? And I just forgot right there. I skipped over McCree, definitely. McCree's good too, but again, he's not like my best. Plus, he's getting nerfed in the next patch too, and I'm totally sorry that I missed him out there for you guys. So, so anyway, going back to our defense, May's pretty good. She's gonna get buffed a little bit inside in the next patch, but I definitely think that she's gonna be more played later on. But right now, she's okay. I'd say she's an okay, for sure. Let's see. Next thing we're gonna have right here for our other guys is Trebjorn. He does have a very strong win rate for defense, man, for sure. So if you definitely want to, and just so you know, a lot of these that I'm saying right now are all situational. If you want to say overall, defense great, And then she's okay. She's kind of meh. I'm not really a big fan of the snipers though, but I feel like the snipers need a little bit of work, and I think Hanzo is going to be definitely one that they're going to really put in there. So I guess just for this current patch, I'd say Trebujorn for sure, Bastion for sure, and then Hanzo's definitely someone to look at too for sure. And then the rest are they're okay. They're okay. I can't really complain. So now we're going to go into my favorite class, which is D tanks right here. Now let's start off with the baby girl D.va right here. I love D.va. D.va's great. I've always liked D.va. I think she's very strong. She's going to get a smidge nerf coming up in next patch, but nothing really crazy. You're still going to see a lot of her play, and I think that it's definitely something that you're going to really want to actually keep going. That ultimate is a super amazing crowd control, which a lot of you guys already know. I mean, just the suicide bombs and everything that she has, especially if you throw it up in the air, it's just, people just don't see it, honestly. You just, like, forget about it. And not only that, but she has the mobility with the boosters. She can deflect bullets, and her gun is kind of like a pea shooter, but I mean it does damage, especially if you're close up. Kind of like the Roadhog, where it does more damage up close for sure. Next we have Reinhardt, and oh baby, Reinhardt's is always looking strong. As you know, he's the tank. He's like the definition of tank. I mean, fuck man, he has a fucking shield. I mean, I don't really know anyone else that has like a shield like. Oh, actually, that is the wrong move. His barrier is just fantastic. It's big ass shield pretty much. I mean, he has this little fire strike, which is kind of meh. I mean, he can get some good shit there if you got it. His charge is one of my favorites for freaking squishies that you guys already know. All in all, he's just the definition of a freaking tank with some pretty good crowd control, I'd say, especially with his ultimate right there. So he's always going to be good to play for right now, and even for the next patch. I'd say, with my personal opinion, that you're always going to want to have people that are good working together. So like you got D.va, Reinhardt, you got Zyra. Oh, Zyra's great, and now we'll talk about her later. She's good for just assisting other tanks and other people. You got Zyra, Reinhardt. You got like Reinhardt, Roadhog, and we'll get into those right now. I'll explain those in a little bit and more in detail later. For PC, one of my favorite people right now is the Hog. Hog is one of my favorite people, and also my most played. Like, I just think that his kit is great. His hook is fantastic, and he can just hook and kill freaking squishies like nothing. Since everyone wants to be DPS, you just smash into people just like ridiculously. And if you can heal yourself, since he does have a heal, and you're able to like juggle your heals and your DPS, you could just do some serious stuff, boys. I would say that it's fantastic. Hook him up with like someone that can defend himself, like, you know, Zyra for giving him the extra shields, D.va to block the bullets, or Reinhardt to block the bullets. There you can get some serious shit together. So next we're gonna go into this that I like her. Zyra to me is just fantastic. She definitely has a good ult for crowd control right there. I mean, just with the video just there alone, you can squish people in together, and that gives your DPS actually something to hit. You know what I mean? Not only that, but just to top it all off, she gives energy. She gives out shields to everyone and to herself. She's just good for just kind of just helping out those extra people, just be that much more tankier. And if you're not tanky at all, she's good at just giving people just extra defense. You know what I mean? So, and then you have Winston, and as you could tell from my tone changing, I'm not a big fan of Winston. I love tanks, but Winston I just feel like needs some work. Honestly, he's not really even that tanky, honestly, unless he ults, and even still, I'd rather play with somebody else, you know what I mean, which kind of sucks. Like, and his gun's really not all that great. His shield doesn't last very long. Don't play Winston. That's my only opinion. I mean, like, unless you have like bunch of snipers or something like that, but in ranked play you won't really have that. So I mean, Winston's not really my favorite, but I mean, he's not terrible. I've seen some pretty good Winstons, but definitely not really the best wins. Plus he doesn't really have the best win rate at the moment. So my things that I would tell you right there is Reinhardt, Roadhog, Reinhardt, D.va, Zyra, Reinhardt. Just kind of mix it up in together and kind of just see what you can do there. So let's see, the next thing we're gonna have right here, we're gonna go into supports, and we're in the final stretch, boys. So Ana. I like Ana. Situational, if anything. Someone who knows how to heal and make sure, and also do, you know, get some good sleep darts, stuff like that. Really, you want her for the nano boost right there, and that's perfect representation of what you want. She's great for PC. I like her a lot. I even play her too. Great if you have a friend that can play Reinhardt or Roadhog or something there in that kind of perspective there. So I think she's good. She wasn't really meta back in rank when I saw her, but I mean, a lot of people have been playing her now. I think they really want to get her hands on Ana. The next thing we're gonna have right here is Lucio, the man. Lucio is one of the best healers at the moment. He will be getting nerfed in the next patch, but it does not mean that he will be bad. I think, and mainly because of his ult is really nice for team situational, for capturing and whatnot. Plus he has a heal and also speed ups. I mean, everybody loves speed, you know what I mean? So Mercy right now is not the strongest at the moment. I'd say she is getting buffed. She's been getting, I want to say the extra damage is going to be increased for her, so that'll be great. I think with that right there, it's going to be doing a hell of a lot more damage, and not only that, but I've always liked her resurrection, honestly. So, and that's a great video, kind of just show it right there. I think it's fantastic. So, I mean, very good champion, and will be getting buffed, which is a much needed buff since a lot of people don't play her in this patch. So, I wouldn't say play her right now. Right now, I would say Lucio and Zenyatta for supports for sure, especially for healing ones. Zenyatta's just strong, just in general, especially with the current patch. He is going to get nerfed a little bit with his Orb of Discord. But I mean, he does have a great ultimate right there that just heals people up so much. It's super nice. Not only that, but he has the Orb of Discord that just makes it so anyone can come and squish for your whole team. It is just super good. I mean, like I said with that video, that's a D.va, so who was a tank. So it's just crazy, you know. He will be getting nerfed a little bit as well as Lucio, which makes and they're gonna buff Mercy, which will make Mercy more playable. But does not mean that they're going to be gone, for sure. I mean, I'll see a bunch of them. And, like, one of my other favorites right here is Semester. She has the highest win rate out of anything, out of PC, console, anything right there. PC, I really do like her a lot. You can, if you're good at what you do, then I would say play Semester. So she has the best win rate right now. Do not play her. Okay, a lot of people think this, too. You have a Semester on the team. They don't think that they can have a double healer. Just so you know, people don't understand the comps. The comps go like this. 2 healers, 2 tanks, and then the rest could be DPS or situational, depending on what you're doing right there. You want to have the 2 tanks. You want to have the tank and the other and the support tank, while you have a healer, and then you can have either DPS, Semestra, defense. You know what I mean, like defense people right there. You can have some DPS in there. You know, you can mix it up from there. But that's kind of the style of how the meta is right now until the next patch, and it may even still be that way. It seems like it is playing on the PTR, but I mean, we'll see. You know what I mean? So, all in all, I think I pretty much went over everybody right there. I think this is a really good kind of selections. Again, let's go over a little recap right there. Genji, Reaper, Tracer, DPS, love them. Defense is going to be situational Bastion, situational Trebjorn right there, which Trebjorn is the second best win rate. Remember, defense and defense are usually their best traits there. But you can play them offense too if you play them correctly. But mainly you want... For offensive, I guess would probably be those 2, or for defense, probably those guys right there. And then I mean, maybe Junkrat. I mean, practice Hanzo for sure, especially for next batch. Next, I mean, Reinhardt, Roadhog, D.va, Zyra. I mean, you got a couple of selections there, boys. I mean, you can't really be picky there. And then for the final ones, I'd say for this for supports, Zenyatta, Lucio for sure. And then Semestra if you have situational, of course. But yeah, guys, that's about it. I just wanted to kind of go over everything, kind of want to show you what I'm doing, how the current meta is, and kind of how it's looking, and also what you can do to win, guys. But yeah, I'm out of here, guys, and I will be making more videos for you about Overwatch, World of Warcraft, Division, etc., boys. So I hope you guys are tuned in, ready to go. Grab yourself some popcorn, be happy to watch, and I'm glad to make videos for you guys. Thank you for the views. Thank you for subscribing for my channels, guys. I mean, you guys are fucking great, and I fucking love it, and I can't wait to make you more videos, and I'm out here, guys. Peace.
Rob Stone, 2 damn phones, Babylons can't crack the code. Used to sip out styrofoam, but figure